Hi guys, it's Linda from Teaching You from In the Beginning Bakery Days. I'm making some raspberry compote and I wanted to show you the difference between compotes, jams, and curds. We've done a lot of curds. We've done mango curds, we've done lemon curd, we've done passion fruit curd, and now I'm going to just do a raspberry compote. Okay, I don't have the speed up ability, so I'm going to start off with showing you what to do. Okay, the raspberries normally come in these little packets like this. You got to make sure, see it's dripping out of here already. I just washed them. So to make sure all the water's out. Wash them really good and drain them. It's very important that you do that, and that's why I have my apron on, because raspberries can stain. So you put your raspberries in the pot. This is going to be like one batch. I'm doing a little more than that, but so you put 2 6-ounce containers in there, or you can get the double, which would be 12 ounces of raspberries. And then you simply let it cook on, like, I would say medium, low to medium. You could let it sit just like as if you were making a tomato sauce or something. It almost reminds me of that sometimes. I don't know why. But you just cook it down. I don't add a single bit of water because I feel like the water dilutes it and ruins the flavor of those delicious raspberries. Now, a good thing to do is taste a raspberry. I'm just going to taste one. They're very tart. So, because they're very tart, I'm not going to put as much lemon juice in. I only got 1 ounce. I don't even think I need all that. I think I'm just going to put 1 ounce of lemon juice in. Maybe even just 2 tablespoons. When they're sweet, you can go ahead and put the ounce in. When they're tart, 2 tablespoons. And I also put the lemon zest in. And with this batch, since they are tart, I'm only going to put like a little pinch. I would say a little pinch. And a little bit of lemon juice. You can put it all right in there. A little bit. Make sure you remember to drain the seeds out of the lemons. We don't want too much lemons in there. Now, for a regular batch, I normally eyeball the sugar, but 5 ounces of granulated sugar. And I might still, sometimes you could do it to taste. Since this is so tart, you might want to add a little more sugar towards the end. But you don't need water because look at it already is, I have a larger batch, but I'm only going to give you the 1 batch. So you can make as much as you want with that 1 batch recipe. Just double it, triple it, quadruple it. If you're making a raspberry pie, that's what you do. It has enough juice in it. You don't need any water. Some people put water in it. I don't understand it, but they do. I'm going to put a little pinch more of the, we're going to be draining this with this. That's the tough part, and we'll speed it up then. So you don't have to sit there and watch me do that. But that will get rid of all these little pieces. And I like to keep my raspberry compote a little chunky, on the chunky side, not too chunky. I'm going to hand blend this when it's all done cooking. So let's put this up a little bit more. I'm just going to taste it to see, just taste some of the water to see if I got enough sugar in there. It's still very tart. Here boiling, I'm going to put a little bit more sugar in it. So, like I said, 2 packs, so that's 12 ounces to 5 ounces of sugar. I might put the whole thing in. I may not. I may just taste it again. This cooks pretty fast, so let me see if that's sweetened it up a little. It's getting sweeter. That's why you don't always listen to recipes. You gotta go by taste and by what the fruit is. If the fruit is tart, why add too much lemon juice, making it tartar? Or if it's too sweet, why add too much sugar? So you kind of got to do this to taste. Like I said, I'm making a big batch, so it looks like I'm making a gravy here, but that's in the spaghetti sauce or something, you know? Kind of, I don't know why, it just reminds me of tomatoes. Maybe it's just the color. Like from afar, doesn't that look like gravy? These are raspberries, baby. Raspberries. There's not much to this at all. Normally, I do this in a small pot. I eyeball the sugar. I strain out the seeds. I don't like seeds in my raspberries. So let me taste this one more time. I have to decide whether I want just a little bit more sugar. I'm just gonna go like this. See, look how watery it gets already. It gets very watery. These were on sale too. They were on sale for $1.99. And here's a very important thing too. When you're washing these, keep your eye out for any kind of sticks, any kind of like greenery that's not supposed to be in there. We don't want that in our recipe. I usually use this for my yogurt in the morning. I make jars of it for friends, which I'm doing now. And I got my, to make this thicker at the end, after I use my handheld mixer, once it's all cooked, just cook it for about 10-15 minutes. I don't think this needs any more lemon in it at all. So, let's try it. I like to taste the raspberry, you know what I mean? I can't tell whether I should. Definitely not adding any more lemon. The recipe will be in the description, and please subscribe. This is just a simple recipe. I'm trying to get you to know the difference. The difference is you got to strain this. If this was blueberries, you'd have to strain it to get the seeds out, to get the blueberry skins out, and any kind of pulp that may come about. Look at it go. It's boiling. I better lower that a little so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Just use a regular spatula. This is almost done. And then we need to strain it. When we strain it and get to that point, I'll put it on speed up. I wish I could just press the button and do it. There's gotta be a way I could do it on the phone. Does anybody know? Let me know. Yeah, summertime's here, so not much baking. I've done a lot of stuff though still. I made those lemon bars, which we've already done mango bars. It's the same exact thing. We've made lemon curd. All you do is do the same thing you would do with the mango bars. You make the crust, and then you put the lemon curd on top, refrigerate it overnight, and then if you want to save it for the future, which I am, I'm bringing it down the shore with me. In 2 weeks I go. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. And it better be great weather. I am praying for good weather. I really want us to have a good time, me and my family. Let's see, is this getting any sweeter with the sugar? A little tad bit more. Sorry, I'm eyeballing it. That's about a tablespoon. You gotta do that. This is how you have to learn how to make things. You can't always go by exactly like what the recipe says when it comes to fruit and things that you have no control of, it being tart or sweet, you know? I'm gonna save this for another time, and that lemon juice, I'll put it in my lemonade for later. Let me throw this out. This is on medium and it's boiling like that. This is about done. It's just so easy to make. You don't have to put eggs in it. You don't have to do any of that. The only thing you do have to do, I actually may use this to make the slurry. You make a slurry with cornstarch. No water. You use the juice from the pot. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Alright, this is just about done. I'm going to turn this down a little. It's boiling a lot. And I want to have some hunks in there, so it's looking like it's thinning out too much. Okay, so let's turn this off. Just cook it till it's cooked, like about 15 minutes. Raspberries don't take long to cook. They're just little tiny porous fruit that are very tart. We just want to make sure we got the right flavoring in it. I think it needs still a little more sugar, so like another tablespoon. That's only because, just don't even pay attention to me because I have a bigger batch, and that's why I'm adding more sugar. So in a regular batch, you just need about half a cup, maybe not even 2 tablespoons to a half a cup, depending on the tartness. I'll put it in the description. I don't want it to be too tart, but the sugar still has to cook a little bit. That's all. And now we're going to get the slurry ready, but we don't put the slurry back in until we strain this. So I'm going to take out some of the water. We have it turned off. I have another strainer somewhere. Let me go get it. Here it is. This will work perfect for what I have planned. And that's just to make, I'm going to put it in the cup. This is 4 tablespoons, but you only need about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to make a slurry. And we're using the juice right from the raspberries. You don't need to add any water at all. Everything's all natural. We want it tasting like the raspberries, not like watered down raspberries, right? All right, so this is what we do when we're making the slurry. I might even put 1 more tablespoon. Let's see, it's hard to teach a batch when you're making like a bigger batch. Okay. This is going to take me a while to get the seeds out of here. So I'm going to put you on fast forward. I'm going to say goodbye and we'll do part 2 next. It's real easy. Let's just, before you go, I'm going to taste it one more time. Raspberries are so good. I'm puckered. I'm puckered up. Okay. All right, so I gotta take some time and strain this. It's gonna take me a while. I might even need a bigger bowl. Let me get a bigger bowl. I got a lot of raspberries. You could do a little bit at a time if you like. It's up to you. It's a tedious, long, kind of takes a little while process. So make sure you got this on. And then you're gonna pour this little bits at a time in there. Just want to show you something though. The juice that you get from the first part of it, you're gonna put in the cup when we're ready for it. I could take some of this out of here right now and just pour it in here, if you understand that. I'm taking just the watery part of the raspberry that just cooked out. This part. See? There's nothing in it. There's no pulp, there's no seeds, there's nothing. If you want a little bit more, just take your spatula, which I do want a little bit more. Hear it pouring in, and you stir it around, it comes out. So I'm going to be doing this for a while, but I'm getting the juice out that I need. I would say I need about a couple tablespoons. See? When you're doing a little batch, this is not going to take too long, so I just don't like the seeds. Some people do, some people don't. I don't want seeds. And then I'll go like this at the end, see? You always have to do this to get what you need. All right, so I'm gonna put that there for a minute. And what we got, I'm going to put in just a little container, a bigger container, because that bowl's a little too small. I would say that's about almost a cup. And we're gonna, I can't do the slurry yet, but when we get down to that part, that'll be in the second part. Slurry is just the juice with the cornstarch, and then you put it back in the pot to make it thicker. All right, I could take this right now and put this back in here. It just helps get the seeds out faster. I'm gonna take this in the other room and do that. And I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.